The Minecraft situation is completely out of hand. What do you mean, Minecraft? Well, as we can see here, they have released some sort of really strange DLC for the education version of Minecraft. Want to change the world IRL? Start a Minecraft in the free Good Travel DLC. Good Travel. Explore global civil rights movements, meet change makers, and learn how to stand up, speak out, and build a better world. There's been a lot of obvious pushback against this. We can see here the first reply. Are you kidding? This is a game geared towards kids. Get the propaganda out of it. People are saying, we don't want politics in your blocky games. And that's reasonable. And people that agree with this politics say, this is not politics. Well, first of all, that's a lie. It is politics by definition. Something being political doesn't mean it has to be partisan in nature. And something being political doesn't mean it's necessarily also bad. Because you agree with something doesn't mean it's not politics. If you are talking about, and I'm just taking this at face value, if you're just talking about civil rights, that's obviously political. I haven't said it's wrong. Also, I don't know if this is actually about the true history of global civil rights. Of course, I'm being facetious to make the point more clear. Civil rights would be about legal rights, which is about policy. That's literally politics. But even if you don't want to hear me speak about the reason behind this from a neutral standpoint, we could go to education.minecraft.net and read here. Lessons in Good Travel. Discover the meaning of good travel with Congressman John Lewis and journey through time to meet leaders of global civil rights and social justice movements who were catalysts for positive change. Subjects: government and politics, reading and writing, history. By their own admission, this is politics. No, I'm not even saying at this point it's necessarily bad or it's propaganda. First, we need to check if it's actually that. But it is politics. What is the DLC about? Ten plus, which is kind of funny that they mention 10 plus here when they mention 8 plus here in their website. That sounds a little bit strange. And of course, that mention of good travel had people a little bit engaged. And I think that's more than reasonable. So let us read through this. What is going on with this good travel? So, Librarian Maya. Yes, indeed. She was one of the many people that partook in good travel. You probably remember her as the woman who refused to give up her seat on the bus to white man in 1955. She was instrumental in the Montgomery bus boycott. I don't know much about the ins and outs of Rosa Parks, or if that's actual propaganda or not. I've seen some people mentioning that, well, her husband had a car, and she wanted a free ride on the bus. Don't know if that is true. Just repeating what people say, which is strange if true. So, learning objectives. This lesson uses historical events and leadership principles to help students understand how civic action, moral courage, and good travel have shaped society, and how similar principles can guide their own actions today. Students will study the essential question: how have social justice and civil rights movements around the world influenced positive changes in society or in a community? I'm making my judgment already, because with specific types of people, it's always the same. It's always, in the end, justify the means. So, since this is seen as a positive change, I'm not saying it's not all the time. I'm saying that some people see themselves as just the heroes of the story, always morally good. Therefore, everything they do is fight evil. Everything is justified against evil. Only Sith dealing absolutes, I suppose. Spare me, okay? Spare me for this silly pop culture reference. There are lessons in good travel. Students will experience good travel to build the skills in civics and citizenship. Here's the Selma to Montgomery marches and John Lewis's life as he learns to explore civic action, moral leadership, and the broader global movements that shape societies. Leadership and efficacy. Encourage students to recognize individual and collective leadership can drive social or political change. Good travel is active citizenship. Once again, this is just portrayed as good travel. I'm assuming it's good travel because you agree with it. Global connections highlight how there are social justice movements around the world. Examples given: women's suffrage, India's independence, anti-apartheid, equal education for girls, parallel and intersect with each other. Good travel, are we gonna talk about the bloodshed? Probably not. Learning objectives, understand major social justice movements across history and how they intersect with civic participation and leadership. Identify key leaders, events, and catalysts of social justice movements. Samples given: John Lewis, Martin Luther King Jr., which, from what I've learned in recent times, this guy was commie, so make of that what you will. Malala Mandela, which was, sorry to tell you this, he was a terrorist. I mean, those bombings, obviously terror, actually killed people. Yeah, it's terrorist action. Pankhurst and Gandhi. Examining how they influenced laws or societal norms. Explore how activists, past and present, make critical decisions to foster positive change, including peaceful protests. Oh boy, every single time I see that expression nowadays, it just rings my bells. Fiery but mostly peaceful, isn't it? Civil disobedience and community organizing. Research and reflect on important historical figures across different movements, understanding the roles, leadership traits, and impact on policy or social structures. Reflect, good song, on how the lessons from civic leaders in social movements can play their students' own lives, inspiring them to become active, informed citizens. Informed. It's that expression again. Vocabulary. Optional pre-teaching. Activism. The first one is activism, and you will tell me this is not political. Spare me your useless dribble. Protest, catalyst, civic duty, non-violent, social justice, leadership. Social justice is this 2014. Also, leadership is also kind of a buzzword nowadays too, in the same regard. Kind of nasty. Obviously, this is meant for the Anglosphere, which kind of begs the question: if that is the case, whether you have all sorts of languages here, like Bahasa Indonesia, Italian, or I think that's Finnish. So strange, so strange. Performance expectations. Ah, look at this. By the end of this lesson, students will be able to define good travel. So, they mean to make them into cool little activists? That's really disgusting. Articulate John Lewis's philosophy in its relationship to civic engagement. Identify key social movements. Aim to describe at least one global movement beyond the US civil rights movement, including its leaders, and make civic issue. And main civic issue. Connect historical movements. Explain how social movements worldwide influence and inspire each other. Show empathy and understanding. Empathy. Another buzzword nowadays. Demonstrate empathy for different communities, struggles, and understand the civics and legal frameworks activists challenge or seek to reform. Once again, activism. Surely, this is not political in any way, shape, or form. Personal civic reflection. Provide examples for standing up for justice or fairness, and reflect on how they can be catalysts for civic action in their own contexts. I mean, I guess they use catalyst in the social sense and not chemistry, which, sure, I suppose. So now you might be thinking, okay, hold up. What is really in the game, right? So we have here from Hayasami Haru. I'm supposed to teach people that racism is bad. No. I'm literally calling everyone, including the protesters, obstacles. Yes! Conclusion. The map did not teach anything. If anything, it was even more racist itself. I just spent building fog machines on everyone. Well, that's Minecraft for you.
Okay, is the fucking recording on? Okay. As a Minecraft player, I decided to look up this map on Minecraft Bedrock to demonstrate why this is a bad idea to have on Minecraft Bedrock as a whole. Because Minecraft is a sandbox game, right?
Yes.
And so the very nature of this map is supposed to teach everyone that racism is bad and shit like that, right?
Whoa, racism is bad. What a take.
Oh my god. guys don't know anything. That's all I'm going to say. You guys don't know anything. So let me demonstrate to you guys why this map doesn't teach anything. It just fucking amplifies racism.
Many such
Look
cases.
at this!
But with the mouse and keyboard to help navigate around the obstacles. And you have here the anti-riot police on the side, and a bunch of protesters, which most of them appear to be minorities. Hilarious.
Oh my fucking god! The tutorial, literally at the start, literally at the fucking tutorial stage, they told everyone an obstacle, including the black people and everyone who are protesting in the fucking crowd. Rather than calling them people, they decided to call them obstacles.
It is pretty funny. Once again, you will never be as racist as an anti-racist. It keeps happening. I don't know how, I don't know why. It's such a common occurrence. This could have been done, I suppose, right? It seems to be a typo here. From the accent, I'm assuming she's like German, but could be completely wrong. This could have done when making something that touches objects like this. Refer to humans as people. You're asking too much already. Now that's like objects. This is a serious matter you're trying to touch on. Do not do this in a sandbox game and literally manage to unlock fucking creative mode and proceed to make fuck machines everywhere. Read the book. Which one? Except for the ones who say, this is a nitpick. I've been acceleration broken. AF, you're welcome. They don't care.
Huh? Okay.
March to the capital. Turn around!
Did I break it? Why are they walking like that? Hello? I'm pretty sure humans don't teleport
Needle.
I think I'm in the presence of demonic beings. Oh my god. What the hell?
And she said it on me.
Why are they teleported like that? Hello? I just went AFK.
And this is an amalgamation of NPCs, I believe.
Oh no, those are not.
Some viewers played that map is such a variety and agree with Jelly. Decide to play it, and you got the teleport port and spam bombs. Pretty funny. What about this? Yeah, well, thanks. The skull looks even better than it did before. We can now return to our status and learn properly. This was about the bombing, I bet. Which sounds extremely hilarious. Related to this, I suppose, to some extent, we have another strange announcement. The Microsoft Safety Council has just been announced. Safety Council, by the way, that sounds a little bit strange. Picture of plenty of micro characters in a green background. That didn't load. The Minecraft Safety Council, bringing together industry experts to build a safer Minecraft. Safety has always been an important focus at modding studios. That's why we're taking measures to ensure that the Minecraft universe is a welcoming and safe space for everyone. From our players-first community standards to our world-class moderation team, we're constantly working to create a great experience for our players. It's impossible when it's literally a sandbox. The game is what you make of it. So this seems really stupid. It usually is. Introducing the Minecraft Safety Council. The Minecraft Safety Council comes with one ever important purpose: to foster safer and thriving multiplayer experiences in our games. The Safety Council consists of industry experts who discuss player safety best practices, exchange insights, and look at new approaches that can guide Minecraft's journey onwards. Their key expertise supports Mojang Studios' proactive efforts in areas like communicating safety topics to parents and designing our games to encourage positive player behavior. The Safety Council includes experts from both within and outside of Mojang Studios, and safety in gaming is important for all of us and the entire gaming industry. I think this is related to some sort of announcement? I don't know if that's really official or not, but how they won't allow Anarchy servers anymore. So much for my bloggy game. Of course, the memes keep coming. Minecraft introduces peaceful protesters and oh no, they burned down the village! Exactly what I meant. Fiery, but mostly peaceful. And of course, I couldn't finish this without talking about the jelly fiasco, right? She never mentioned on May her opposition to something like this. But it's for education purposes. Well, don't you think that might be a little bit of a problem? When, at the very least, it's extremely broken, and you cannot tell me it's not at least a bit propagandistic. She says here, screw it, man. I think pushing politics in my children's sandbox game is disgusting. Especially when it's disguised as education. Not wrong. I play my stupid blog game without having to engage or associate with any of your stupid political garbage that I literally do not care about. To be fair, it's not being pushed on her if she plays whatever because it's an optional free education DLC for schools. But that doesn't detract from the point that it has to do with the game. You not seeing it directly doesn't mean the game is not involved. I'm just so tired of seeing it. Why does it even matter to push real world matters into my blog game that I play to escape from the real world? And if I buy and play the game, can't be seen as taking a side because the dumbass, stupid boss blew up? Stupid people in power moment. Not wrong. She didn't say anything wrong here. But alas, some stuff is not allowed, not even in Face Connect. Unimportant notice regarding recent events. Thank you for understanding. As we can see here, 6.4 thousand likes, 4.6 thousand replies. People are not taking their side. That is on recent events. Thank you for supporting Face Connect. Recent comments made on Twitter by one of our talents include discussion on sensitive issues. Following an internal review, and these comments were taken down. We sincerely apologize for any issues caused by this incident. And here comes the main problem. Which, I really disagree with this, because she didn't say anything wrong. But the main problem actually comes from the next paragraph. Face Connect's focus has been and always will be providing entertainment through different personalities and a wide range of unique content. We do not tolerate racism, hatred, or bigotry in our communities. Now you're implying that what she said or did was tolerating racism, hatred, or bigotry in any shape or form, which is completely wrong. Thank you for understanding and your continued support for Face Connect and our talents. Face Connect team. Please do not react any questions regarding recent events to any of our talents. I think that is correct. Do not be a clown. There's no understanding. You will simply start to fade. I've seen some people mentioning that. It's possible. And surely, this is the end of the story. And nothing wrong will happen after this. Just ignore everything else. This is the end of it. Everything will die down. Don't worry about it. Surely people will not start questioning their allegiances or their support to different companies. Which is sad to see, because I don't dislike Face Connect or the talents. Despite me not watching a whole lot nowadays. But trying to antagonize your fan base may be seen as a problem. Both for Face Connect and to some extent also Minecraft. So, yeah, just a stupid situation all around the place.